Okay guys, welcome back. Precious Millionaire Logistics. We didn't drop any analysis over last weekend because we had some trades that we're watching, right? I guess you are aware of the NFP that came up on a Friday, right? So our team of experts, fundamental analysts who have been, watching the results, and the reports and all, and we've had this very great news that the USD is doing well. We made a post about that on our Instagram and our Facebook page. It's not something that requires us to make a video. So we actually like you guys. We actually love you to follow us on those channels too, as we drop very informative content there, right? While we do the video analysis on YouTube. So guys, you get the best of it all if you follow us on all our channels, the Facebook and the Instagram, or you could choose to follow just the Facebook or just the Instagram page. That's if you're on any one of them. So guys, let's do justice to this chart. This is the EURUSD, that's the euro and against the USD. And from the analysis we've had, from the reports of the NFP, the USD seems to be strong. The USD is doing well, it seems to be strong from the fundamental standpoint. Why? Because the numbers that came out were quite higher than the previous numbers and still higher than the forecast we made, right? And if you want to know about that, you can check. I think there's a video on our channel about the NFP where we gave our forecast and before the actual news release, guys. So here we are on the Euro USD. What am I looking at? Personally, guys, I'm not looking at taking any trade. In some point of this video, at some point of the video, I'll show you a screenshot of a friend of mine, like I call him now. You guys, once you have my number, we're actually friends, right? So a friend of mine showed me some trades, a couple of trades that he took today. Actually, he was being bullish on some pair, which I'm going to show you, but we'll explain that later. Now, for the Euro USD, I know it may sound crazy, but I'm looking forward to short the Euro USD. Here is why, guys. Right here, though, at this point, guys, this is a kind of important level that's here, right? We have here been an important level, guys, being a demand zone kind of around here, right? But my moving average here, the pair is still under the moving average. So until it breaks above, until it breaks, it breaks this point here around the 1.16, 1.16, right? 1.17. That's when I can assume a trend reversal in this pair, guys. Let me say it again. Until it breaks and closes above my moving average here, right? And gets to this point, somewhere, that's where I can assume that Euro USD could be reversing. And when it's reversing, I could expect it to go up to this point. That's how I trade, guys, from zone to zones. That's how we trade, and that's how we become profitable so far. So we're not looking to take short-term, very short-term possibilities of the market. We're not trading on that because we want to enter very good trades and take very good sleep at night and just let the market do the rest. So guys, still on the analysis that we have here, right? So we're on the weekly chart, remember? So right here, you can see multiple kind of range movements and all, right? So the pair is kind of making it to the upside. Yes, we have a doji here. Yes, on the weekly chart. Yes. So at some point of this video, we'll delve to the daily time frame to see what we're looking for. But guys, remember the NFP has just been released. So a whole lot of big institutional traders, hedge funds and all, they are watching the market, making assessments. Making assessments. So the little moves you see here could be maybe around 45, 50 pips and all, could just be the market, the market movers or the money, whatever you call them these days, could just be kind of manipulating the market to make you feel, or to make us feel that it's in a bullish trend reversal and making us hold our buy trades. But if you check down, if you go onto the COT reports that has been earlier released, a whole lot of long positions have been, a whole lot of long positions has actually been closed, and short positions are more, right? So what are we looking at? I said COT, right? I said COT, but let's leave that. That's on a different purview. So guys, let's do justice to this chart. I'm not going to waste much time on this because I'm actually not taking any trade right now. I know that may hurt your feelings, but no, if you don't take any trade, you don't lose. So it's better we take the most probable setup and the most reliable signals we get from this market. Okay, guys, so I'm not going bullish on this pair, right? I'm not going bullish on it. But then let's see what's happening on the daily time frame. Remember, we have a kind of level here, right? A zone that is here, which this is what we're looking at. If the market gets up to this point, if the market gets, if and only if, otherwise I'm looking at this area, either this area or here. But if the market reacts, I'll be watching for a resistance level on the daily time frame with some price action patterns before I'll look to short the pair further downwards, right? And when I short the pair, I will be coming here to this point. I will be coming quite here. I'll be coming somewhere around here when I go short. When the market, you see the room here that I'm taking, right? Becoming at least this short mid-term swing of the market. Why will I be looking at going short? Guys, let's look at this from the fundamental perspective. The NFP reports that reflect the US economy, and then we have the unemployment rate has reduced by at least 0.2%, and also the numbers are quite higher by far. The previous number was about 191k. I think I need to confirm that for my fundamental analyst. And the numbers that are projected this time was around 531. So the United States dollar is doing very great. So I see no reason why the United States dollar will, the United States dollar will want to depreciate to the euro at this point, right? What am I saying, guys? If you go on to our previous content on NFP, the information we deduce from the fundamental release or reports, it's very basic. If the United States dollar is strong, the Euro USD will be bearish. If the United States dollar is weak, the Euro USD will be bullish. That's just it. Finito. Let's do this. So guys, so that's why I'll be looking forward to go short, right? So I'll let the little buyers do whatever they do, scalp, day traders, whatever they want to do, push the market to wherever it goes to, and then I take advantage of the big move, right? Big move which we could last for a week, 2 weeks, and then I sleep off. So guys, let's head down to the daily time frame. Okay, this is what we see on the daily time frame, guys. It's still a little bit sketchy because personally I'll have to wait for this market. Kinda looking at this point now, this is where I may likely want to enter. I have to wait for this market now. If I don't find any bearish sentiment here, which I believe I'm going to find anytime soon, maybe not this week, maybe next week or so, but it's going to reveal itself, right? The market reveals itself. If you know how to read it, you're very good. You're going to know where the market is heading. But I want to see at least this zone, what is down here, right? I want to see this zone. These are green box that is down here. Let me go to the weekly chart so we can look at it well. Fine, let me get this, okay? We can go back to daily right now. I want to see a break down here, at least let this level break, because pretty much from here, you can see that there has been no much movement around here. Though I remember trading as an analysis, we dropped that the market, we actually went here, right? We actually took the market somewhere around, what, should we be here? Yeah, somewhere around here. Went long on Euro USD, somewhere around here. Yeah, that's true. But then the market has just been ranging, doing some moves, moving in a horizontal range and all. But then we're looking at either the market breaking this level, coming downwards, breaking this level before I look to short, or getting up to this point and giving me a reason to go bearish, and then I go bearish all the way down to this point. We break this level, I come downwards again. Remember, guys, the market moves from zone to zone. The market does not move in trend lines. The market does not move in, I don't know, a whole lot of, the market does not move in ICT, BTMM, a whole lot of shit we hear these days. The market moves from zone to zone, right? From zone to zone, critical level to critical levels. Okay, guys. So my standpoint for Euro USD is bearish. However, the trade opportunity has not appeared. Remember, guys, we're looking at the daily time frame right here, and believe in me, I don't see any candlestick here indicating a bearish move. So I am waiting. I am waiting. So guys, with all that said, let's head to the next chart. And guys, make sure you watch the end of this video. Why? Because we're going to be learning something new. I know a whole lot of you know about it, but some of us may not know how to apply it properly. So we're going to learn something new on the educative side, guys. Alright, guys, that's all for Euro USD. Let's move on to the next pair. Okay, the next pair we have on our watch list is the AUDUSD, the Australian dollar against the United States dollar. And as always, we're starting from the weekly chart, guys. So on on the AUDUSD, what do we have here, guys? Very basic things too. Remember we've did a previous analysis on AUDUSD, right? Sometime where I think around here we went long, or somewhere we went short somewhere. So I can't really recall. Okay, it's been a trade that's been closed sometime, but I know we've had an analysis on AUDUSD. We've done AUDUSD in recent time, maybe in the last 2 months or so. Okay, guys. So let's do something here. All right. So on the AUDUSD, what do we see here? Our moving average is still quite holding, though there was a kind of fake out here. I wouldn't call it a fake out, because yeah, this was where we entered the trade. I can remember this was where we did AUDUSD. It should be on the 17th of October, right? We did AUDUSD here. We bought up to this point. I think this was the trade where I told you that we didn't take much, about 78 pips or thereabout. Okay, so we're expecting the AUDUSD to pretty much fall, right? Fall after it closed. It closed below the moving average, right? It closed below the moving average. This was yeah, around here 31st, and then close below the moving average. But this is one thing I would like us to point out here, guys. This is one thing I would like us to point out, and this is where I bring my box here to tell you where there is a critical level, guys. Where there is a critical level in the market. Around here, there's a critical level here. How we do this thing sometime. There is a supply zone somewhere around here. Yes, a supply zone was formed here. Right, let me extend the chart. Hope I get okay. Let me make it short. Yeah, let me make it short. Okay, so we can have this. There is a supply zone around this point. In fact, that was the main reason that made us to exit the trade. That made us to exit the trade. There was a supply zone here. Right, what happened was that, as always, guys, there was a kind of market liquidity gap here that needed to be filled. So you see it. There's a kind of liquidity gap here that needed to be filled from here to here, right? But because the liquidity gap needed to be filled, right, what happened was that the gap was filled, and then after that there was a rally to the downside. The market fell very crazy to the downside. So I believe what's going on here is the same thing that is going on EURUSD. May see a bullish move of this sort. However, I will not look to buy to go long on AUDUSD except this level is broken. This critical level here is broken, except this zone here is broken, because there is a supply zone here. Remember, tell all your guys, whoever cares to listen, tell your friends, there's a supply zone here. I'm very sure of that there's a supply zone here. Now I'm speaking supply and demand, guys. I don't know who wants to believe it, but okay. So the market, you can see the market pretty fell down, and I'm very sure, because we're still on the weekly chart, I'm still on the opinion that this market, maybe tomorrow or on Thursday, this market will collapse, and this market may not close bullish. We're on the weekly chart, remember, and the weekly chart is a bigger picture. So let's go on the daily time frame, guys. So now that I'm not going, this were pairs on our watch list, right? Remember the pairs on our watch list. So I'm going down to my daily time frame. Okay, so this is what we see here. Right, when the liquidity was formed, liquidity gap was formed, we found some days here, right, going to fill that liquidity, right, and then we had this reason to go short somewhere around here. Though I'm not sure I took the sell trade. I was on the buy side earlier. Okay, so this is what we may be looking at. You see this level here? There's a level on this daily time frame. But okay, one thing around here, guys. Okay, so guys, there's something I'm noticing here. Okay, you see it now. This is the day. It's giving you this instance like it's breaking above our moving average here, right? Our moving average that is here is breaking above, but then it's just the daily time frame is not closed yet. However, I don't base my directional bias on the daily time frame. I don't do that. I'm sorry. I may be hurting your feelings once again. Day traders, scalpers, I may be hurting your feelings once again if you use the moving average. But then I don't. So if this market should go up peradventure, I believe it will find a kind of turn in this zone here. To find a lot of turn in this zone, right? Changes could happen here. So I'm not actually taking this trade Now, why would I not go long on this trade again? Second reason, the NFP, guys, the NFP, the United States dollars is waxing great, it's strong, right? So anything that will make me to want to buy the Australian dollar against the United States dollar will actually be me being an investor who is not taking calculated risk, right? So because the USD is strong, it is likely expected fundamentally that the AUDUSD is supposed to fall, right? It's supposed to fall. So this is what I'm looking at. I'll be looking for some candlestick reversal patterns on the daily time frame. We already have our supply zones here. That means you can have these markups on your chart and actually look for the same things too and reason, right? And you can see on this point here, if this market should get to this point here, we'll be seeing a kind of, now we're looking at a daily chart, we'll be seeing a kind of double top here. Maybe this could be like a head and shoulder pattern. This the left shoulder on this side, right? That's here. The left shoulder is already formed, and the head forming here. You know, we could come here, maybe come downwards to see a right shoulder, right? And maybe when it comes down to the right shoulder, come to this level, test and fall all the way down, right? So I'm bearish too on AUDUSD. I'm bearish, guys. I'm bearish on AUDUSD. My reasons I've already stated. So with that said, guys, let's head down to the next chart. Let's head down to the next. The pound USD is the pound USD, guys. And oh, sorry, I still have my markups from the previous trade. So as you can see here, this was the zone we were expecting, right? This was our previous the trade. We actually took this trade last week. Yeah, we took this trade last week. Can't deny. And this was the level where I told you we're expecting to take our profit right around this point. On the weekly chart though, remember, it was the point where I said we're going to take our profit, right? The level down here, and you can see that the price did very well. So let me take this stuff up. Let me take this away, right? So okay, so all right, we're looking at it right here. So we have here supply, which we've already established. This is not a new analysis now. This is not a new one. This is not a new analysis now. It's not a new one. Okay, so whichever way we'll still do justice to it as though it was a fresh one. So we have a demand zone inside here. That was where we exited the trade, the sell trade, the short positions that we had last week. So let's go on to what's happening now in the market. And we also have okay, just give me 1 minute. Let me add. Okay, so what do we see here, guys? We see the market, the same thing that is kind of happening. This demand zone may be kind of holding, but I don't know how long it's going to hold, because like we all know, guys, if you want to go long on this, you could risk it, but I am not taking this trade. I'm not going long now. We've already established from my previous analysis on pound USD that the market has been in a kind of downward trend, right? Even though the lower highs and the lower lows are not that clear, not that scripted. So guys, what we have here is a level, right? And the market is kind of reacting to this zone. So what I'm expecting to see is the market going upwards, right, to perhaps not more than this area that is here, 3755, right? Not more than this area that is here, because you can see multiple weak rejections on this side, right? Not more than this area here. So around this area, we should be expecting a resistance that could give us a price action candlestick pattern on the daily chart and give us reasons to actually go short. And this time, perhaps when it's coming short, it may break this demand zone here and fall further downwards. So let's see what's happening on the daily chart. Okay, so this is what we see on the daily chart. Just about the same thing. So we're expecting price to react to this level that's here. If you actually expand this chart like this, you're going to see, wow, very impressive. Okay, so this is it right here. This is the level here. This is the level here. So if you want to risk it, maybe there could be 731,556. Maybe it's a whole lot, 200 pips, 100 pips. But the reason why I don't trade these moves, this is the reason why I don't trade corrective moves. You can't really tell the exact level that it will end. You can't really tell the exact level that it will end. Before then, guys, I promised I was going to show you something. Let me actually do it here. We'll be applying the Fibonacci, right, to know where a corrective move is likely to end. So let me add the Fibonacci tool here. Sorry, forgive me that I'm using my phone to do this. But I think that should serve as a little motivation that even those guys that use on mobile devices like phones and all could actually still, you know, get something off the market, even though you need guidance, right? Okay, so let's apply the Fibonacci tool. Now, this is how you correctly apply the Fibonacci tool, guys. We're coming from a downtrend. You first of all have to know the trend. If you don't know the trend, you may not be able to use the Fibonacci well. So because we're in a downward trend, we're applying it. We'll apply our Fibonacci on the, why do I have multiple lines here? Is there something I'm doing wrongly? Okay. Is there something I'm doing wrongly? Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me take it off. So I'll do this again. I'll do this again, right? Okay. So I'm taking it off. Maybe I didn't. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is what I was expecting to see. Okay, so for you to use the Fibonacci well, first you need to determine the trend. Fibonacci does not determine trends. You need to first know the trend, right? So what the Fibonacci does for you as a technical analysis trader is this. It tells you where the end of a correction or pullback may likely end. That's what the Fibonacci does. Guys, I repeat, Fibonacci is not a tool you use in identifying trends. It's a tool you use in identifying the end of pullbacks or corrections. Okay, so this is what we do now. Now we've identified that the pound USD is in a bearish trend, in a downward trend. So you use the Fibonacci tool, and the top being at 100 should touch the tip of the wick, right? Of the wick where the trend, downward trend, most recent where it started from the trend. Then the other end should be extended to the bottom, the wick, the same wick here, right? Now this is what we see. Now when you do this, it's very easy for you to tell, right? You have different numbers here. You've heard of fib levels. You have the 100, the full, and right here you have the 0.00, right? You have 0.00. So what you have here are different levels, and the areas that are very significant in using the Fibonacci is the fib level 61.8, the fib level 50, and the fib level 38.2. Remember, we're on the daily time frame, guys. So now the price has gotten to 38.2. You can see this price kind of reacting downwards, right? That means there's every possibility that this price could actually reverse, like go, it not reverse though, that's this could be the end of the corrective move or the pullback, and the price will start going in the original trend, So this level is significant, the 38.2. As you can see here, it's even significant if you look at the chart naked. Now another level is the 50 fib, that you've heard of the fib 50 level, right? That's half of it. Good. Now this shows that this area is another area of resistance. You can see in the past here, there are multiple weak rejections to connote that. And then the final is the 61.8. So guys, if a price breaks above the 61.8 and keeps going, it could signify a trend reversal. That's just very simple. That's just how you use the fib level. Now you don't keep the Fibonacci on your chart. It will make it look very crazy. You can see now my chart is looking random, like too many indicators. When you get the level, either the 50 level, you just place a horizontal line and you remove your fib. Fine. This is nice. Okay, so we're expecting this level to react on here. So if I'd entered this trade now, what would I be looking at? I'm not sure it's up to 150 pips, and I don't do lower than that normally. Okay guys, so that's all for the pound USD. At least we've learned something. We've learned how to use the Fibonacci. For those who don't know how to use it, or for those who've heard of it, who use it or they use it wrongly. Okay, so that's all for the pound USD. Our sentiment here remains bearish. Still think about what we've talked about, the NFP release and the fundamental analysis. That's all. So let's go to the last chart, guys. Let's go to the last chart. There's the USDCAD, the United States dollar against the Canadian dollar, sorry. Now USDCAD has really been a bad guy. I must tell you, USDCAD has been a bad guy. I believe, guys, you're enjoying the video, and as much as I'm trying to rush, so I'm being very fast verbally. I'll actually love it if you have questions, you could refer to the comment sections. The comment sections. If it's a social one, maybe you're on Instagram or Facebook, you can also send us direct messages on Facebook and Instagram, and we respond immediately our team gets it. So response time could be between 1 hour, within the hour. It's usually within the hour, right? It's usually within the hour. That means within the hour. If it's at night, maybe I don't know the country that you may be watching this from, but if it's at night, whenever it's in your country and we respond further, we respond in a time that is above an hour, just know that perhaps it's sleeping time, it's we time in our country, and the moment we wake up, we actually respond to that too. So if maybe you're not on Facebook, you're not on Instagram, and all, you're the traditional kind of person, in the description box there, you can actually reach us via our mail, right? If you can't get that, the mail will be displayed on the screen. Contact millionairelogistics@gmail.com. You can actually reach us there, and the moment we address your consent as prompt as possible with the best expertise, guys. Okay, so let's look at the USD card. Now, there's one thing to connote of the USD card. The USD card is very sensitive. As a matter of fact, we don't look at the USD card the way we look at other pairs. Why? The USD card is actually pegged on oil price, right? Canada being one of the top exporters of oil and a major exporter of oil to the US. Now, what happens fundamentally in the USD card is this. Even though it has a negative correlation with the AUDUSD, meaning that if the AUDUSD is being bearish, the USD card should be bullish, right? Fundamental standpoint and correlation standpoint. There's a whole lot of things to learn here. Damn. Okay. But so when oil prices are high, the USD card is going bearish. While when oil prices are actually low, the USD card is going bullish. So for USD card here, right, let's go to the technical chart now. We have a very good supply level. I don't even need to look at it. I don't know why you're looking at this. Are you looking at this? If you're looking at this, stop looking at this. But there's a supply level here. It's very easy to spot. I don't know how you guys do this shit, but it's very easy to spot. And then there is a demand zone here. I don't know how you guys do this once again, but you really need to stop. Okay. So I've just created my box area. And I also have a resistance level somewhere around here. Good. Okay. So let's do this very professionally, guys. I've been goofing around. I'm sorry. Okay. So this is a weekly chart, and for some time, right, USD card has been bullish. We didn't take this bullish move, but from analysis, guys, we actually took the bearish move. We entered this market somewhere here. You can refer to the analysis that we had earlier. Right, we entered the market here, break and close below our moving average. We entered this market somewhere around here. Right, we entered the market somewhere around here, and we pulled out on the daily time frame. Yes, we did. You can check on our previous videos, you'll find it there. So we actually had this on our watch list. Alright, now the reason why at some point I didn't really go about it the USD card, because I felt it wasn't trending. It didn't trend here, it didn't trend here, it started trending here, so I don't really like, even though I'm a mid-term trader, I don't really like that shit where I wait for the whole time, and besides, we still have teams to manage. Okay, so there's a supply level here, right? There's a supply level here. You can add the markups on your chart so you get you understand what we're doing, right? So there's a demand zone here. Now, what do I say? First, the USD is doing very well. There's a strong demand for the USD, for the dollar, right? There's a strong demand for the dollar. Okay, this is what will happen, guys. Let me not go into details because this video is too long. I don't like doing long videos. In another video, maybe within the week, guys, I'll do a video on correlation and fundamental analysis, a little bit of it, and I'll place much emphasis on what happens in the USD card, like how you analyze the USD card fundamentally and technically. Okay, technically is what we do here. Fundamentally, guys, I promise, if the next video I do isn't USD card, please, you guys, someone should send me a mail or comment somewhere, contact Facebook, Instagram. But I promise you I'm going to do a content on how to actually analyze USD card. Now, the way we actually do things here, we really want to keep it simple. I don't like doing the complex shit. People do, a lot of complex lines here and there. We want to keep it very simple, practical, and realistic. Hence, so the next video that is going to come up, the next content that is going to come up is what happens around USD card. It's going to be different. For now, the USD card is bullish. That's all I can tell you. As you can see, our sentiment for it is bullish, right? But this is where I'm looking forward to enter the trade. I'm not just going on like that. First confirmation, the NFP here, fundamental analysis is fine, so it's going up, it's bullish. Now I need to wait for the second confirmation. That means break and close above my moving average, guys. And when that happens, I now have to go on my daily time frame to find another confirmation, price action candlestick, and then I'll then ride this trade from this point here. If it goes bullish from here up to this point, you see how we trade. Now I got a comment from someone, a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine. He was like, how do you manage to leave your trades overnight? Like, how do you sleep? Normally I don't sleep. I sleep, I'm human, but I don't have that luxury of sleep that much, because for this video now, wherever you are, if you're in Nigeria, you should be seeing this video on waking up. When you wake up in the morning, if you check the channel, you should be seeing a video. So if we don't really do a video analysis, an educative one, or an analysis video somewhere on you don't wake up to it, just know that the next time that you may likely check is when you wake up the next day, right? Like when you wake up the next day. So that's how we do it. So for our viewers across the world, I don't know the time zones you're in, you know, maybe you see it in the middle of the day or so, but for our Nigerian audience, you wake up to analysis, right? You wake up to analysis. So most of these things, you know, we work around the clock, work at night and all, to make sure we keep to time and deliver, right? So for the USD card, it's very simple. I just gave it there. If you got it, in the comment box. Alright guys, so that's all. We love you. We want to see you get the best of Forex analysis. We want to see you become profitable. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do so. It will really help you a great deal. And like we said, we have social media handles. It's on the channel too, on the banner somewhere. Facebook, Instagram, we're active. You could also reach us via mail. Contact millionairelogistics@gmail.com, right? Okay, so that's all. Great guys.